Hi, today I want to talk about the crucified life. Now there's a scripture in Galatians 2:20. It says that it is no longer I that live, but it is Christ that lives in me. This is Paul speaking to the church. I've been praying, and as I've been praying, I really sense that many, including myself, and I'll just give you my testimony. I've been revisiting things of the past. I'm doing a confession before you. God doesn't want us to live in the past. You see, Paul in Galatians 2 said, if you build up the former things that have been cut down, the law he was talking about, then you foolish people, you're trying to raise up something that's dead. For we, and Paul was saying, I have been crucified with Christ, and it is no longer I that live. Beloved, there's much pain going on from the past and even in the present. As I've been praying for and really touched, I've been praying for you out there on this channel. And some of the comments off this last video that I made, which was dying to self, it's a timely word. And many of the comments were, we need to crucify the flesh. And that's exactly what the Bible tells us to do. At the same time, where is Jesus in all of this? Because as I was deeply praying, I got up and I was ready to walk out of the house. And I was sensing these words, Jesus wept. Sometimes when God gives us something from the Bible, he can use the shortest scripture in the Bible, Jesus wept, and it can speak volumes to us. There was a time in my life when I was trying to die to the flesh, and it was really a real deep struggle, and I was complaining to God, where were you when this happened? Jesus, where were you when I was having this fight? Where were you when these bad things were going on in my life? And I waited. I was smart enough to wait and see what Jesus would have to say. Because I came to Jesus, but I was just struggling. Jesus said, close your eyes, I'll show you. And Jesus was weeping over the situations that were coming up in my life. Beloved, if the truth were known, Jesus is weeping even today. In the Bible, where it says Jesus wept when Lazarus died, Jesus saw all the pain. Jesus sees our pain, and he wept. And you know, at the end of Luke, after his triumphal entry, there's another scripture that says Jesus wept because he knew that many would reject him and send him to the cross. He wasn't exactly weeping about the cross. He was weeping for the people, for you and me. This is a somber place. Why are we visiting the past? There was a demoniac in the Bible, and it says he roamed the tombs in the graveyard. Tombs are like altars, memorials to the dead. Why was he doing that? You know what was happening to that demoniac? Legion, demons were coming into him as he was bringing up things of the past. This is what Satan does. Beloved, we are free from the past. If we build up the old system of the law and the accuser of the brethren, he accuses us, of the law, the very system that Christ took down at the cross here. This is why I have a cross in my videos. The message of the cross and Christ crucified is the good news. This brings revival. When we die to the emotions and the things, not that we should not have emotions. Our emotions are designed for us to love. Christ pulled down the old system, the law, so that we could love one another. Love is the central message of the Bible. Not to keep bringing up the law and pointing fingers, or not to bring up the old fleshly nature of comparisons. Paul was talking about at the end of 2 Corinthians how many ministers were boasting in things of their flesh. Where is Jesus? Jesus wept. And it might be time for some of us to weep over these things and to just love people and give them the gospel of Christ. Paul also said at the end of 2 Corinthians, which I've been reading, is he no longer boasts in his accomplishment or the religious laws. He was actually persecuting the church, but he boasts now in his infirmities. Christ is wanting to take all the pain, our infirmities, and he's wanting to take it away. He took it away at the cross so that we could also die to that old religion and live for and with Christ in us. You see, the whole reason why Paul could now boast in his infirmities is because Jesus came to visit him and said, "My strength is made greater in your weakness." What a concept. We want to now boast in what Christ has done, not in anything we could do. Beloved, it's time to live. The crucified life is what the enemy is after. He's wanting you not to get that totally crucified life. He wants you to be tied up in accusations to prevent the good news of the gospel from going out. When we can get over these things, we can then boldly go and pray for the sick, cast out demons, give to the poor, help those in need, and share the good news of what Christ did for all of us. Beloved, I'm praying for you all and love you much. Bye.